All right, let's go. So are you should I watch the stream or
I like I said, I don't mind. Do whatever works best for you. I will just screen share you on Discord, and you can open the stream, and then you can just check what's better, I guess.
okay, I mean, let's try. Yeah, I see your screen on Discord. It's good.
Okay. I don't know. It kinda is kinda insane to me when I like you are like the second or person that really had a lot of success. The other guy was a German friend, and he also went like from 3K to 5.5K with one coaching or something in like multiple months. But if I see people actually changing and climbing that fast, that's actually pretty insane to me. I
Yeah.
mean, we kind of took 1 hour, and I'm just not sure. Is it the impact I gave you, or is it just like I gave you some good ideas and you did all the work? It's probably a
Yeah,
mix of both. It's probably
yeah,
the catalyst concept we were talking about.
yeah, I agree. I think it was kind of a mix of both, and I kind of uh like in my opinion I had kind of good concepts or whatever, but I didn't really know how to like implement it, into my games really and like use my knowledge. So
How long did you want to make today? 1 hour again, or how long did we do last time? I mean, we went a bit over time, but we set for 1 hour, right?
yeah. So I gave you two replays. I think I think focusing on the first one that I sent. So uh yeah, the other one would be nicer because like the second game was kind of more of a getting stomped game, and like I feel like it might have been winnable, but like it was also like a bit of griefing going on in the game, so not sure.
Both for Naga, right? Just before we start, let me take a look at what people build right now. Played a lot of Naga in the past, but item builds are always there's like a lot of small differences with different people do. For example, some people buy Windlace, other people don't buy it. And in my opinion, it's one thing that can make a big difference.
Yeah, yeah, I saw Koikva, he bought it.
I think a lot of good players buy it, and a lot of not that good players don't buy it, and something like that can kind of show you the difference. Because the movement speed is really important because your illusions, they have very
Yeah.
limited time and they travel a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think even in the VOD he had like a flicker instead of some other item, the movement speed.
Yeah, I
But it's
see. Last game of Quake he went power threads into one rest band into Manta instantly and then Butterfly. I'm not sure about what's the situation on the Fusion, but I think they made it better for non-illusion heroes. I'm not sure they made it worse for illusion heroes.
yeah, I honestly haven't tried building diffusal because I just saw, okay, it has it has quite a low percentage of games on it, so maybe maybe I should just like buy Orchid or something instead.
Yeah, so they changed the illusion mana burn from 12 to 8. That's like minus 50%, and the item cost got reduced by 33%. I'm just wondering if it will be still worth it. I mean, I guess it's like a 23 agility item for 2,500 gold. I mean, it's not bad, but I think if you can't utilize the active perch effect, maybe it's not a good item. I mean, there must be a point why a lot of people don't buy it. In the past, it was really damage efficient.
Yeah.
I think the problem on Naga is a lot of times you already have enough damage anyway, and a way to deal more damage is like getting tankier so your illusions don't die.
Yeah.
Just let me read up on the arcs again, so I'm ready, cause I didn't play Naga that much. I kinda wanted to try it again on mid lane, and I mean I played so
Uh,
much Naga in the past, but it kinda well, it was not playable in the recent patches. So it's still ensnare on still the ensnare upgrades through BKB. I mean I saw a lot of people buy arcs, but a lot of times I wasn't really sure if arcs is really the item. Okay. Alright, let's take a look. You said you wanted the first game first?
yeah, like if we can focus mainly on it, and then if we have some extra time,
I see.
then we can just look at the other one. Yeah, this game, it was kind of a comeback, and um I think I think I played well this game. The only thing was like lane was pretty rough, so I tried to like, go jungle and then later on like cut waves and stuff, but maybe yeah, maybe like you'll see things which I can do better.
Yep. Alright, we have 9:05 now. I guess this is when we start.
Okay.
And you said 1 hour, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's in the bag.
Are the 5-party games a lot different from the single games you have?
Time to put this thing in the bag.
Uh oh. Yeah, I was gonna go scout, but they were already there to see me. Um
Alright, so one thing you can do, the uptime of your illusions is 26. I think you can already use them in base and send them like on the mid tower to scout if they place the orbs early, and then you will
yeah,
have your illusions again before runes and stuff. I but people skill illusion, yeah, you take illusions in one for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, I think a lot of people use the illusions instantly to scout, like either like one illusion in the tower, maybe one here, one here. I mean, 26 seconds. I guess it can reach. If not, you can like walk here, use it, walk back to refill your mana, and then walk with your team to the runes or something. That's always something you can do.
It's in the
I guess in this MMR, you will always find their ward on the mid tower. So
bag.
your mid lane gets a 3D ward, or you can even like if you have some gold left over, or you buy later, you can just buy the sentry yourself and just take it.
yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
this
he
is
also,
unlucky that you died there.
yeah, I was a bit too late with my scouting, but you asked me about the 5-man games, and yeah, I think they're a lot like better quality, you know? Like,
Yeah, maybe more team play.
yeah,
Alright, let's see. So you have Mirana on your lane. That's not the greatest support. It should be a really hard lane because I mean they can just trample you down. I guess maybe you take one level off in snare, so he can't trample you.
yeah. I think my if I remember correctly, my plan was okay, I'll take it at level 3 or something, but I ended up dying at level 2.
Yeah, I mean the first level on Riptide is pretty important. Alright, what would I do here? I mean this lane is just you just need to survive until you like try to get creeps, try to not to die, and then well you hit jungle. The matchups in the game are pretty good, maybe except for Storm. Storm can be annoying, but I mean you can sleep and Axnet him as well. So um what I don't like here, I mean maybe you're underestimating the beast, but obviously you need to realize this guy is really dangerous, and even if he doesn't kill you, you're gonna take a lot of damage. So I mean at this point here, when the creep wave is there. I mean, maybe before you didn't want to pull it inside your tower because you're not sure your Mirana will manage to like pulling and stuff, and if the lane sits here, they will just run you down. But when the wave is here, I mean, what you just do, you right click the enemy to aggro the wave here, and then you right click them again to aggro the wave here, and you just always try to last hit your creeps like 500 range away from the beast. So even if he wants to
Okay.
go on you, he can't because I mean. It's not like you're gonna deny his creeps because he has more damage. I mean, well, okay, you have the illusions, you potentially could deny something, but I mean, you have a Mirana. I don't think Mirana will do anything, especially if you guys don't have ensnare. And even if you ensnare someone, it can turn bad. So for sure, I wouldn't try to last hit the creeps on them, but I would always try to like double pull the creeps as 500 range away from
Okay.
them and make him chase you instead of you coming to him.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think also like from watching Quickfast stream, I kind of understand better like how to play the lane, like with the illusions and stuff. Um, but yeah, I think you're right. I should have just I mean, in the end, it kind of worked out a bit because like he pushed it back in, right? It was, but yeah, it took so much damage actually. Crazy.
Yeah, right. I mean, if he goes on you, the lane pushes. That's the point. But the other point is, well, if lane pushes, you guys have time to control this. I mean, sadly, your Mirana didn't. I mean, both camps are unblocked, so you don't even have the problem that it's blocked because this guy has no clue that you need to block this camp and pull this camp all the time. Like the thing
Yeah.
is, let's imagine the Beast and Sky were like 10k professional players. What they would probably do, they would realize you guys are fucking weak. You cannot do shit.
Yeah.
And you guys don't have wave push. I mean, Naga has a bit, but every time you use the illusions, they can kind of well just clear it if they wanted. So
Mm-hmm.
what I could potentially do is just like Trample has really low cooldown. He can literally just trample the wave and on concussive shot. Then they stack this camp one time. They constantly push the wave. You're inside your tower, and this guy gets the chance to like deny your full waves. And if you guys come and try to contest his pulling, they will just kill you because you're not under tower, and they will run you down with their shit. So
Yeah.
this is what they would do, and if they like played really well or perfectly, you might not be able to play the game, and at some point, they might stack this even one more time, and the beast can just take the wave from here, pull it into this camp, farm the small camp and the wave at the same time, while this guy kind of denies the creeps, and when you guys start to contest it, they might just kill you.
Yeah. And
Uh, I, th-
then
I
then
think,
like their mid player can also come and take the stacks. Yeah, it's really
yeah,
dangerous.
I I guess that's something that they would do if they weren't like just sitting AFK on the lane and giving you free farm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so I mean, is there a point to like baiting them to use their skills so the lane pushes? I doubt. I doubt.
Okay.
So I mean, no matter what, you're always pulling the wave from. Then I think what you should imagine is this beast is actually a Sand King, and if you were laning against Sand King, you don't walk into the melee creeps and take the damage, right? You always pull it away from Sand King, so you don't get the
Okay.
AOE damage. And
Mhm.
something like that. That's how you play against it. Um, By the way, there's the option in the client. If you didn't know it, you know that splitting the brood spiders, how it works.
Oh, right. Like you can either have them all grouped up or individually, right? That's
Yeah,
something.
and if you enable that, that might be really good for Naga because at some point mid game you probably play with standard auto attack, right?
Oh, you mean yeah, I think I have like a button to like toggle.
Yeah. Okay,
I
that's
used to use it for TB, but I haven't like tried using it for
Yeah,
Naga.
because when I play Naga, I usually play the laning stage, and then I switch auto attack to always because usually you would need to send the illusion inside the camp and then a left click something, and if
Mhm.
you make I mean I have unit groups, the illusions grouped in two, um, and
Okay.
but at some point you get really strong. I mean, at first I use like the two groups, and then you can just like two illusions, send them here, two illusions, send them here. Um, but the moment you get like really strong and you farm really fast, and you have the option that you only get one illusion per tap, and also when you have Manta, you can literally just look on the minimap, tap send, tap send, tap send, tap
Mhm.
send, tap send inside the camps, and they will automatically farm it. And after you can just select all units and then shift a click somewhere where the illusion should go after they farm the camp. So I think it's really
Okay.
good to toggle the auto attack later after you're done with laning because you need to do a lot less clicks and the option. I
Mhm.
think it's Dota groups. No, um, is it this Dota fake control groups? Wait, I can check my Discord history. I saved it somewhere on a chat. Dota selection groups. This is the comment. If you enter false, it's only one unit, and if you don't have it on false, it's multiple. I mean, it selects all the units when you tap right on Naga. I'm just not sure right now.
The way No, I think right now it's like split up, but the way um I use like control is gives like unified orders. That's kind of how I've
I mean,
been playing.
I use that as well, but on Naga, especially later on, you need to split your illusions into multiple groups so you get more farm. All right. So by the way, another thing here, I think what you also kind of always want to do, maybe if you're in party, right, so you can communicate with this guy. I think what you do is you keep your main hero and one illusion here and two illusions. Mirana and two illusions can just hit this guy.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then like Mirana has an easy time fighting this guy because two illusions are hitting him and he kinda needs to like walk around and position different. And with your main hero and the one illusion, you can just aggro the beast and pull the creeps back. And so this would probably give a lot more space and put pressure on them since they are really not playing well.
Yeah. Yeah. You're
I
right.
think I would consider that also. One problem is if you always have the illusions together, well, he can just trample them down or they can nuke it down. If you have them split, they cannot control them that well.
Yeah.
That's also something I would consider on this lane. But mostly in general, the biggest thing and now is just always double pull the melee creeps away and last hit them away from beast. And if he comes closer to you, you just pull them further. And if he chases you, he will miss his own last hits. At this point, the lane is pretty shit. By the way, I would probably consider not taking the snare at this point because you're probably going jungle pretty soon, and if you go jungle, every point you're missing is pretty bad. So I see they changed the Riptide a bit. Just let me check the change log again, how it was before, so I don't get the wrong feeling how it was in the past. So they rescaled the damage from yeah, before it was like 30, 45, 60, and now it's like same damage on every level, so all that scales is kind of the armor reduction. So 2 points of armor reduction kinda increased the physical damage by 10%. Every 6 attacks, how much percent is that? That's 16%. So it's like 6 you get 6 extra magic damage in AoE. So let's say your creeps are usually hitting 4 creeps, so it's like 30 damage. Your illusions at that point kinda deal 50 damage. So you have like 120, so it would be 6 extra. So one level in Riptide actually doesn't do that much. Mm, I'm just a bit surprised because when I looked at Naga, I was considering the ensnare one level is really a value point, but what I saw in my games and in my high games and the build, I still saw people go like 404. But really, if I look at it, I really don't see the Riptide levels doing that much. Since your physical damage at the start isn't that high and the biggest component is really the magical splash AoE damage. Yeah, so like I said, I would right now consider all the games really shit. Maybe you go without net, but just looking at the numbers, I guess it doesn't hurt to have net, especially since you have Mirana. Even if you jungle, some guy might come and you can just kill him on the ensnare combo. 3 seconds is actually really insane. It's a bit of a shame. I would maybe consider taking it on level 4 at this point because I feel like you wanna farm anyway. But on the other side, I mean, can this beast be killed is the question. You guys have kinda 8 seconds disabled. If this guy doesn't catch the arrow, your hero right now is dealing something like 100 physical damage per second and 30 magical. So let's say you have like 150 damage per second with you and Mirana hitting. You disable him for 8 seconds. That's like 1200. He has some armor. I mean, potentially you guys can kill them. So I guess I don't hate taking the net. On Naga just it's really nice to have to reduce cooldown on mirror images, but I
Yeah.
guess ensnare on 3 or 4, but ensnare on 3 is probably I think the right thing actually. The thing is, I think you guys need to go on Beast, though. You can not net the Sky. I think if you net the Sky, they will just turn with Beast trampling on you. I don't know. I feel like it's a bit strange. This Mirana forces you to do nothing because she's not ready to go on them, not really trading with Sky. I mean, yeah, I think you guys really have kill potential, especially if you see them split for a second. But yeah, I mean, what is there to do right now? You really just want to split the creeps away from them and then farm them. At some point, you might consider like sending the illusions behind the tower and jungling. I'm not sure how strong the illusions are right now. If 2 illusions can or 3 illusions can probably solo clear wave 2, I'm not sure. I would have to test that. But you're right now. You're really entering the right now. I'm sure this is the moment where you really need to start flash farming level 5.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a waste to have delusions here because he can just clear it, but also if he wastes his trample, maybe. What is the cooldown 24 on illusion? Ah, I mean, he has lower cooldown. If you get like the perfect timing, you might catch this guy off guard, but I doubt it.
Yeah,
I think if the beast was good, he would just every time clear illusions, and then, well, you don't have illusions, you can't really go to lane, you can't really jungle because your illusions are down until next cooldown. I think they are just giving you way more than you're allowed to have.
yeah.
You need to dodge that.
Yeah,
On
I
on the
dodged
on
the
the
one illusion.
on the ogre camp, I always like just pulling it a bit so it's easier to see when they use it. Just pulling it a bit back,
Okay.
so same here. Um, that's why I really like splitting the illusions. Kinda. I think at this point, I mean, I just don't have enough Naga games right now to know it, but I think at this point I would probably 2 illusions on this camp, you and 1 illusion here. First of all,
Yeah.
the creeps will not use the abilities. And second of all, I think you have enough damage speed also. One thing what's interesting about splitting illusions is if you split illusions from having one group into 2 group, you kinda halve the way you have to walk because um, they're walking from here to here and you're walking from here to here, but usually you would need to walk from here to here and to here. So how long is the time you're walking from camp to camp? This is probably like 2 or 3 seconds. This is 4 seconds. So uh, getting 4 extra seconds of hitting stuff, is that do you have enough damage so it makes sense to split them or not is the question. But I guess
Yeah,
it would be worse to split them.
I'm just not sure even like when I should, when they are strong enough, to be honest.
I guess you just have to try it out and see. Does it make sense right now or not? I guess that's mostly the point. I mean, the biggest problem right now is you're not really farming the lane, and the lane has a lot of value. So maybe the best way is just like cutting this tree or something, sending 2 illusions or 3 there, and farming with your other stuff the rest of the jungle. Right now, you even
Okay.
have possessed mass, so you don't even need 1 illusion to tank for you. And just getting the full wave behind the tower, it will give you guys a lot of space because you see exactly what's happening, and they kind of need to death. You will exactly know when they are missing and going on you. And
What,
I mean,
where should I send it from? Like the hard
um,
camp
I
or?
mean, you're like here or here or something. Then you can like um, send illusions like here on the right timing, and then here make them kill the full creep wave, while your main
Okay,
hero can like farm those camps. Um, the wave here is like the same amount of gold as like those 3 camps or something, so it's really a
okay.
lot of value.
fortified. Dire's middle tower. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I'm honestly not sure if the like trick still works, like to like you toggle before you mirror image or whatever.
I think it works. It didn't work there.
Uh,
How do you do it? I mean, I press the mirror image, and while it's casting, I already pressed the hotkey for switching power threads.
yeah, that's what I do. I
Okay.
guess I
Well,
just messed it up.
then they must have fixed it. If it doesn't work, I didn't read it in any notes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Also, you lost the tower now. Yeah, that's my biggest issue. I think if you just had your illusions like here, all this wouldn't have happened. You also would have had a lot more farm at this point.
I just haven't considered cutting it like so urgent. But yeah, you're right.
Going on that triangle might be a bit risky because Storm and Beast can always kill you.
Yeah,
Alright.
that was a bit of a miscoordination, but I think it could have worked.
Middle is missing.
Hmm.
Stubbies, did we?
I just wonder if you want to be there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
By the way, I think your 10 damage is pretty big. I think I would prefer it over one extra point in Riptide or... I mean,
Yeah,
I see why you get the sleep. It's you have arrow combo, you have arena, you have this guy. But then I would probably skip one level in Riptide because, well, it's only 10% more damage on your physical damage, and a big part of your farming speed is Riptide.
yeah, you're right. I just kind of didn't pay attention like to my skill build.
You guys have deep vision. I think what could also be done is like maybe even earlier. The thing is if you play like top lane and you're close to here, you always have the option of sending illusions here and here, and also farming this, so you can potentially clear a lot of waves. And if you already have the vision and just Mirana plays with you, I mean most of the time in this game your lanes are well pushed and you see a lot of heroes. If someone comes solo, you can just net arrow kill him. You guys have enough damage to kill anyone.
Yeah.
Or what you could have considered earlier is also more moving into this area. But honestly, if you just were bot and you were constantly splitting here and farming there, it would have been totally fine. RTC was one of the best Naga players. I mean, he probably is still. But he was really playing insane Naga, and a lot of times he was playing like really deep and splitting multiple lanes as soon as he was allowed to. I mean, this game is a bit awkward because Sky can always smoke silence on you, Storm can jump on you, Beast can jump on you. But I also believe if you farmed a bit better on lane, like if you creep skipped early, you would have had a way better game. Yeah, this is the danger. Could you have seen that coming is the question. Bondruid died mid.
think I just got a bit greedy with my movements, but
Hmm.
I was backing, but like kind of could have taken a better path.
In general, especially at this point, you guys don't have mid tower, you don't have bot tower. I feel like the whole bottom area triangle on this is kind of their area.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
for sure.
and you, like I said, you also had vision here, so this area is probably a lot safer for you to farm, and it's also way harder for them to invade and gank you. So, like I said, I think top lane is the lane. Oh, this tower is even super low, and and the thing is, you really force them to react if you just sit here and have illusion splitting here and here. They need to do something because they are losing the towers. I mean, you don't even need to split mid as well, but at least one lane and jungle. And also, if the moment it gets scary, you can always retreat to triangle if you see people missing or you know something is happening. I mean, if you're here, you can't even connect or split to any lanes. That's the problem. You would have sit into triangle, but triangle is not available for you this game. If you could sit in triangle with vision here and you kind of skip here to mid wave and here, that would be big. But that's I don't think that's available.
Okay.
So I think your area to play for a while already after laning stage here is over. Is for sure top area. Also here it's way easier for Mirana to be positioned for nets, whatever. I mean, she can she can be anywhere here and is not really in danger, and she's constantly in net arrow range.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Not for myself, but for the cause.
Is the Ring of Aquila even an upgrade to the other item? Gives you 9 agility, 3 strength, the other gives 7/7, and you don't really care a lot about the other stats. I mean, you get the mana region, not sure you need it.
Radiant's top tower is under
But
attack.
I
Sorry,
don't
compared to what?
um to the to the possessed mask, I'm not even sure Aquila is better.
Is under attack.
Oh, okay.
Because well you don't care about the damage, you don't really care about the armor and mana region. I mean, sadly you didn't drop any good other item. I mean, I guess it's familiar. But in general, I feel like Ring of Aquila really is not that strong in Dota right now. Obviously, you would want to Vamprace if you could.
Top tower has fallen.
But anyway, right now you're really doing well with the splitting. I would feel a bit bad that you don't have any vision here, or at least it's not devoted. You don't. If you just knew they don't have vision here, that would be big. But this is right now where you want to play. That's nice.
Middle tower is under attack.
All right, about the Orchid. This is a game where you want to buy Orchid. I mean, they have Storm. They have a lot of stupid heroes. I
Yeah,
want
I think looking back, I think I could have maybe delayed it by like one item or something like that.
the
I think I was just like kind of forced, like um, like maybe I can sacrifice a little bit of farming or whatever and get this orchid and make sure like I don't lose the game. That's kind of what my thinking was.
the only problem is you're pretty low HP and they have a lot of magic nukes, so I would feel a bit strange being that much low HP. And the thing is, I think kinda in this game at some point maybe Arganims is the better Orchid at some point because it gives you more stats and also you will be able to just net them in sleep.
Mhm.
Also the beast has BKB. You can literally disable his whole game. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, it's for sure not a bad item, but maybe in this game, Skadi or Aghanims would have been better. Just let me check what is the natural item progression people do. They go they go Manta. The top item build on Pro Tracker is Manta into Skadi into Heart, and they get Aghanims really late. I saw a lot of good players getting Aghanims a lot earlier though.
Yeah, I think I go Heart and then Ags this game. Something like that.
I'm not sure about the Heart as the first item because well, one problem is of the Heart. Right now you still don't have that much damage and farming speed. I mean probably it's enough, but does Heart give that much more than Skadi? Skadi is also kinda nice because it disables the CK region. I mean, you don't care that much about slow because you have net. Hard versus Skadi, that's a rough one. I mean, I'm really not sure, but I would feel right now I would probably prefer Skadi. There would be two options for me right now. I think one option would be going like Shadowblade.
Mhm.
Shadowblade into Axe and like killing people or something.
Yeah.
Or Skadi and then Axe or Shadowblade. Yeah, I guess Skadi Axe or Skadi Heart, something like that. I would probably go. I feel like you just don't want to. Uh, the thing is, right now they touch you, you die, and usually if you just survive like the initial touch, if they try to smoke you, you're not gonna die. And I think Skadi gives you that, and Orchid doesn't. And I mean, those things are really hard to explain. I just get a feeling this would be it. Um, just if you had Skadi right now, even if they smoke on you, I think you have like a high chance you can manta out of it and sleep and get out. And then they wasted their whole time and you just keep continuing. And at some point in this game, I think you're getting stronger than those people anyway. Oh, that's my
Yeah.
point. Um, if the problem I see, I mean, you guys have Arena for Lockdown, you have Bushwhack, you have Mirana Arrow. Do you really need the Orchid? I mean, if you sleep storm, you can time the arrow on it. If they arena someone, they are disabled anyway. And in this game, are you really solo with your main hero trying to walk on someone like the storm or the Rasta or the Chaos Knight farming a lane or the Beast or the Sky, and you try to solo kill them like with your main hero really deep? You know what's happening if you solo kill them when you're 1400 HP. You go on this guy and then suddenly there's Storm and Beast killing you. So uh, I think that's the problem with Orchid right now. I mean, it's a cool item and cool idea. I just don't think you can try to solo kill anyone at this point by going aggressively with your main hero, because it will
Mm.
reveal the main hero and you're really squishy, and Storm Beast will kill you anytime. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense.
But maybe just because you wanna buy Mage Slayers or something later, but I don't think so.
Synergy. What's it? The Symphony of Spells right now.
It's
Oh, actually,
it's
I
it
remember now.
it's
We
your job to unsleep, by the way. You
okay,
kinda need to
okay.
watch the arrow, and like when it's like here or something, you unsleep and then it hits.
Okay, yeah, honestly, I don't have that much experience with Song. But after this, okay, so we were queuing as 5, and this was kind of late at night, so we actually couldn't find games, so we queued NA, and like obviously the ping also came in, so
Yeah,
was
if you're not used to it. But in general, usually you don't people don't arrow on like the end of duration. You just stop at the moment the arrow is going to hit them.
okay.
But what you guys can do, what's really good, Mirana should play Disruptor actually. Disruptor Naga is really good. Sleep into Static Storm. And the point is when Disruptor gets arc, they cannot BKB out of sleep with Static Storm on top.
Yeah.
So you can literally kill anyone the whole game long as Disruptor gets arcs at some point. What's Naga shot? Song upgrade. Guess there's mostly no point in buying the shard. Unless you really have a team that wants to heal up mid-fight. I mean,
Yeah,
you have
think,
70 heart region. How long is song? Song is 7 seconds. So you kinda region 10% of HP anyway. I just wonder if it's ever worth getting song.
yeah, I think this game I did buy it, but later, and we had like the Mars like HP regen and arena talent, and it was pretty strong actually, because they all had BKBs like in the end.
Mm. But I just think you never buy it early.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we kind of made a bit of a bad call. I didn't realize my Aegis was ending this quick, and I kept going.
This could have worked. The problem is, oh wait, this was ending as well. I think right now you just send your illusions on Storm and back on the main hero. You didn't even have to send your main hero in. A lot of times on Naga, I mean your main hero is really strong, but a lot of times you don't even have to commit the main hero. I mean, just compare your hero to illusions. Like two of your illusions actually deal more damage than your hero.
Okay.
It doesn't make a big difference if you send your hero or not. So if there's no good reason to send it, don't send it. I mean, I really don't see a lot of things about this game. Biggest thing on laning, especially if you have a hard lane, just double pull the creeps every time you get a chance. Unless you're literally raping them and killing them, always pull the creeps back, farm them in safe area, don't take damage while farming them. If your lane is hard and you can't stay on lane, send your illusions here to kill the wave, farm this jungle. After laning stage is kinda over and it makes sense to move, you kinda take this tower or you just skip here and farm this area or outpush the lane with like illusions like that, and then you use illusions, you farm this area, then you get like double wave to here, you farm it, you keep farming this, use illusions again to push it, they need to react. You keep farming until you have your items.
Yeah.
That's pretty much most of it. If you had a bit better item timings, maybe not the orchid. I think you can do a lot more. I mean, Storm is playing without BKB, it's really dumb. But you have so many different heroes that can catch him, and Sleep Arrow is literally Orchid. If he buys Use or BKB, and he can get out of the combo, he would have gotten out of Orchid anyway, so Mirana is literally already your Orchid.
Yeah.
I think Orchid is more like a snowball item. You have a really good game, you can just walk on lanes and kill anyone. Especially if they have some supports that kinda push out waves and just run away. But even their supports, like the only one before he gets BKB on CK or Beast, but Beast kinda wants to buy BKB like really early anyway. So the only kill that would kinda Orchid enable is kinda a kill on the CK that plays too greedy.
Mm-hmm.
Dire's middle tower.
Everyone else, I mean, even on CK, you might net him from fog and he cannot ult. So even at that point, or even if he gets ult out, you could potentially man fight him. So biggest issue in my opinion is really this is not an Orchid game, I believe.
А, снова я в боте.
And like I said, on Naga you gravitate towards, you wanna play as close as you can to the enemy base where you have access to lanes. You wanna creep skip them and farm jungle, and then well, you just run them down because you have so many items and you're so strong they cannot do stuff. And well, since you play stack, you probably don't want a Mirana support. You want like a hero that has kill potential with you.
Yeah. Sure.
Because if Naga has a good game and they really cannot handle your illusions well, you really can destroy them.
Dire's bottom tower is under
I mean, item build, you already realized you were watching some Koikwa, you have some better ideas about how you wanna macro the illusions. Like I said, sometimes you might wanna consider Windlace because it's really good. I'm not sure you really want Stick on Naga. I mean, if it's really good for the lane, sure, but I think in general, people don't buy Stick on Naga unless it really, really makes sense because the stick doesn't really do a lot for your illusions.
Yeah.
And early you are more like, well, you just wanna maximize the speed, how fast you can clear lanes and jungle, and maximizing them is rest bands, Windlace, and stuff. I mean, Beast and Sky, they don't even use that much spells on lane, and even then, I mean, Stick is a really good item. Yeah, I have Koikwa Pro Tracker open right now. He didn't buy Stick in any of the games. What about other player? Yeah, I really don't see a lot of magic sticks on Naga. Puppy bought it, but I guess he was support Naga. Yep, he was support Naga. Yeah, like most of them don't buy stick exactly for that reason. It doesn't really accelerate your farm speed and you cannot use the stick on your illusions, kinda. So stick has a lot less value because it cannot be activated on illusions. And usually you wanna scale your illusions.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
А, снова я в боте.
Alright, let's take a look at this fight. Alright, so let's talk about unit groups again. You said you use unified unit order, but you have some control groups, right?
Not for Naga. I don't have any.
Because I think you really, especially for fights, you need control groups because let's talk about how you fight with Naga. So let's say if you have a free Naga game, you can literally A click on the ground and you win the game. If you have a hard Naga game and they have a lot of stuff to clear illusions and stuff, I I think the minimum you need to have is illusion groups. So it's like illusion 1 and 2, illusion 2 and 3.
Okay.
When you have the talent, maybe you can ignore the talent and not play for it if you don't have enough groups available.
Right. So
So
then
what you can do in a fight? First of all, my groups are like this. We are at 39 minutes. Wait, I will just show you right now what's my Naga grouping.
Sleep with the vision. Yes. For battle. Serpentine.
Never mind. Let's use dummy targets.
The sea calls.
So what's your items? You want to have rest band 1 or 2, windlace.
Honor guides me.
Or let's say this is like how your inventory could look like at this point. Guess you take the riptide damage. And 15 talent is actually a rough choice, but I think in general it's probably the mirror image damage unless you really need just more HP. I actually don't know about the talent. Um
okay.
because I haven't played it that much since it's like that. So Dota buff says mirror image damage has a lot higher win rate, so that's what I would have guessed. But maybe there are some games where you just care about the HP. Probably not. No, this is probably how stuff looks like. So in some fights, let's say they have a lot of AoE control and also,
No slithering.
the supports can be annoying. What you kinda do a lot of times. Alright, let me check my unit group. So this is all mirror image illusions. Okay, I have the single illusions groups. Wait, let me check.
As commanded.
I think those hotkeys are not correct right now
Slither.
on this account. Okay, wait, let me show you how I do it. Let me get level 20 so I have all illusions so I can fix it. Alright, 1 is all mirror image illusions. Now illusion 1 and illusion 2 I put into group 2. Those are group 4. Now illusion 4 and my main hero are group 5. Manta is 4. Okay, let me see if it's fine now.
Any way you slice.
Okay, it's fine. And now I have extra keys. So let me make more groups for single illusions. Right, so in a lot of fights, how stuff will go is a lot of supports are actually super dog shit and they cannot do shit. So what you do is like you send one or two illusions a lot of time just on one support, and the support is forced to leave a fight. And because the guys have a lot of AoE control spells, since your illusions are split now, and like maybe one illusion is solo destroying a support because I mean look, this is right now X with let's say this is your average support. He has like 6 armor and 2000 life. Something like that. Now look. If you just send one illusion on him, your illusion has really high movement speed. And this is inside the fight. Look, the guy on support, he's not even that tanky. He is literally, you see, he's solo dying. And all you did is commit one illusion on this guy. And meanwhile, you can have like your other illusions and kill other people. And this support has either to leave the fight or he's done. So, especially in games where stuff is super hard, it's really important you have the ability to split your illusions, or like right now you're spamming your illusions. You send all illusions on this guy. You're walking with your manta around and just don't commit, or like you're sending your illusions already and netting, but you're sitting behind and waiting for something else to happen. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially if they have a lot of control skills, you kind of want to be able to sneak around. And I'm not sure. I mean, you were splitting them quite well when you were jungling and stuff. So I'm not sure how you did it. But let's say those are 5 creep camps right now. Let's say I only have 4 illusions. What I do right now, this one group goes here. This is my hero group. No, now I use manta. Those 2 mantas I'm sending on one lane right now to split, and so you're like instantly farming for camp. So I think having at least um, illusion split in dual groups, like one for manta, uh, one for double illusion, and one for hero and illusion is really important, because you can just split into 2 or 3 groups mid fight and go on multiple targets, and they will not know what to do really. And also it's really helpful for farming speed if you don't have to like click on them and stuff.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So let's go back to the fight at 39. That those are things you can just go into lobby 20 minutes and try splitting them, sending them on different targets. And I mean now let's say we are also in the late game or you're mid fight. Wait, I need observer ward. I don't see shit here. What you can also do with the tap, I mean, I have extra groups for single illusions, but you can just tap, 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 and literally there's one illusion on every hero, and then you can figure out what to do. Or everything here could have been a creep camp if you have it's only one group. Selection. What was the command? Dota group. I always Dota I really need to learn that fucking command.
Yeah, I also need to
It is Dota selection groups. How did I get it wrong? Groups. Let's put it on true. Let me see what's the behavior now. Okay, on Naga you don't even need to do it. It's only if it's non-illusion stuff. So you don't even need to activate that command. I see. Yeah, so I think those are really helpful. And now let's say I don't have vision on those creeps, or well, let's say I enable the auto attack at this point, and now I literally just send the illusions everywhere on the ground. Next command, select all units, send them mid after they finish, and now they literally farm everything. If I was on the map right now, I could even go like send them anywhere on the map. At this point, every illusion has no problem solo clearing camps, and now you literally farmed 8 camps on the map in a few seconds, and after you give them shift command where to go after. So I think that this is actually a big deal, and you should practice in lobby splitting illusions, and then try it out in fights. Figure out you're playing against this guy or Rasta, for example. Send 1 or 2 illusions, and those guys, what are they gonna do? Okay, Rasta can waste his hex to destroy 1 illusion, but for example, a hero like Sky or a hero like AA, if you send 1 illusion on them, they literally have to leave the fight, or their teammates need to commit resources to make sure they don't die. But literally 1 fucking illusions of your 6 illusions can make the enemies have -1 hero.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think the whole farming with different units and everything, like right now, probably not optimized. So I need to work on that.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you and explain you the options, because if you don't see if you don't have the idea that you can do that, you will never try it or learn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we were at 39 minutes. So right now in this fight, if you didn't use the unified unit orders, and you had a group for literally all illusions you have, or all other units, you can just send all other units, send it on Storm, and then move with your main hero around and figure out what's your next play to make. Because this guy is already dead. You don't have to be there. You don't need that extra damage. Also here right now, you see what this guy is doing? Imagine just 1 illusion on him right now.
Yeah.
He literally has to leave here, and you can fight with your hero and the rest of the illusion. And also, they never know in which group is the real Naga.
Mhm.
Or is there a real Naga?
But yeah, I would say um like over the games I've played, like I actually didn't realize like just how much people don't pressure or whatever.
Pressure what?
Like AFK farm.
Yeah. Minaga is a really good hero for that bracket if you play her well. I guess not too much more to say about that. I think about how you can micro your illusions and how you can split them. I mean,
Mhm.
especially if at a point like that, imagine you're really controlling the whole map right now like that. Imagine they are not dead, but you just sit here, or you spam your illusions, and Manta 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, probably you do it like 1 illusion here, 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 and then like you you send it here, Shift A click here, next illusion, send it here, Shift A click here, next illusion, send it here, Shift A click here, next illusion, send it here, Shift A click here, next illusion, send it here, Shift A click here. You literally in 20 seconds you have the full map farmed if you're good with that stuff at that point.
Yeah.
I mean you
Yeah.
already you
Yeah.
have a really nice creep score. You have like 16 creeps per minute or something, but imagine how much more you could have in a zero pressure game like this.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And
So like sometimes like say they have like a lion or something, it's kind of like he can just,
yeah,
you know,
insta kill it.
delete my illusions. So like is it okay to like sometimes just take kind of safe farm with the illusions, or like should I always be trying to be aggressive like with my farm?
I mean, what's your point right now? Not getting the farm because you send it out because he's killing it,
Yeah.
and you're giving him gold. Um, I think if he keeps doing that, set up. If you know where he's playing and what he's doing, set up with your team and just kill him. I mean, it's a line. But yeah,
Okay, yeah. I
but
guess it
yeah,
makes sense.
but yeah, if you see like you cannot punish him and he keeps doing that, there's no point because your farm will decrease because you're not farming on that illusion and it's just dying. And he's getting like in late game those illusions can give up to 50 gold or something. So it's also a free farm for him. So it would make sense that you kinda farm the safer area of the map, but farm it efficiently. The thing is always you want to go to the edge as deep as you can, but you don't want to go over it. And if
Yeah.
there's no value doing that play, you obviously should take a safer play because it's already over the edge. But in general, if there's a lion constantly killing your illusions, and you know there's not like people sitting behind him or whatever, you can just go there. You can net him and kill him. He can only kill 2 illusions. You have more, and you have enough damage to kill him. What's also important? Let's say you walk on a lion. Obviously, you need to.
No Slytherin may fail.
Let's say you're hiding. Let's say this is the lion.
Prepare for battle. Yes.
Let's say you're going on him. You know he has a stun. You can't just walk on him like a dog. What you can do? You split your illusions again. You walk on him. You net him. He cannot stun all of you.
Yeah.
And then he literally just dies, and well, if you have a team, it's even easier.
Okay. Okay.
I guess it's annoying that they have a lion and they kill your illusions, but try to punish him. If you can't punish him, play safe. Something like that.
Okay. Okay. Sounds
Let's take a look
nice.
at the second game really fast, and then I guess we're done for today. I actually feel like playing some Naga, so after coaching I will probably play a few Naga games. If you watch you can like look and ask questions.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Prepare for battle.
Like what, mid or safe lane?
Not sure, both. I don't know, I will see. Maybe safe lane. I I mean the problem is you don't have last pick in Dota anymore. And if you pick Naga mid and they have a hero that can clear your illusions, you're fucked. You have nothing to do there.
Yeah.
But if you play against someone like an Arc Warden and you have Naga on mid and he cannot clear illusions or something, you have the freest game of your life. But that's why I hate the pub mechanic. that you pick randomly into enemies. I liked it more in the past, where one guy has last pick and the other has second last pick. Like the one guy has to play a hero that is like decent against anything, and the other guy can last
30
pick.
seconds
Like it's
until
in competitive. I like that system way more. Because a lot of heroes I would usually play on mid, I'm just unable to play because it's a gamble. It's like 80% lose, 20% win or something if I would pick them. And so by the pubs being like that, I have 0% chance to practice those options.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I mean, it kind of goes both ways, right? Because like you might just get a free game completely. But yeah, it sucks.
Should be the freest Naga lane. I think this is a lane I would buy the stick though because it's undying. Yeah, you bought it, nice. In this game, on the lane already, illusion splitting can also be pretty interesting because if you try to run on bounty hunter and hit him, he will just run away. But if you split your illusions 2-2, if he runs away, he takes way more wasted time.
Yeah.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's courier has been killed.
How much damage does the Undying Decay deal to the illusions? Is it like the creep damage? Or is it just the 50? Did it deal extra damage?
I'm not sure.
I guess it didn't. Illusions are just not really tanky because your main hero is losing HP. Um, Not sure if the Band of Elfskin is better right now than the Cloves of Haste. Cloves of Haste mean Riptide will trigger a lot more, and it's kinda
Yeah, then
it's
I can skip it later.
15% damage increase. I mean, Band of Elfskin is 10%, and also like it's kinda similar damage, but maybe the Riptide procs are more important because right now you're already struggling. He's level 5 on Undying, so just having a way to clear the creeps faster might be better.
Radiant's
Yeah,
And
that
armor
makes
doesn't
sense.
matter on this lane.
Radiant's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I actually cannot believe they can stay against you like that. I'm not sure what's the problem right now. I think the main problem here is probably you don't really have a support. I mean, I wanted to go fast over this, so I didn't look exactly at the name. Maybe you could have done, like I said, the double creep pull more if they pressure you, and if you don't die
Yeah,
to them, you're suddenly strong. And at some point, you will have like power threats and stuff, and then they just cannot handle your illusions anymore. So I'm not sure. We just wanted to look fast over it. Yeah, but I guess at this point, well, lane is already shit and over. I don't think you have to full jungle, but I guess you just jungle a bit. But I can see kill potential in those guys, especially if your Weaver uses TP. Like Weaver's a really good hero to TP here and just kill them.
Courier has been killed.
Yeah, not when he has ult up, but in general, yeah, even early the Weaver can easily rotate.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Also, I don't know if this techie is just fucked totally up, but I really can see you guys. Like, if this techie just uses his skills on cooldown, every time you use illusions and you right click them and he slows them, I don't see how they can stay on that lane. Because
Yeah, I also last picked and like I saw the lane and I thought it would have gone like much better than it did.
I mean, let's look at the first waves again, because I mean I didn't look at it exactly, but I mean your level 1 is shit. They're spamming decay, you're pulling creeps. I would pull them one more time here because they're already on you. Hitting them on level 1, I mean, it does something, but not that much. Maybe you also had to instantly start on stick. Um,
Mm-hmm.
your techies has tangos and healing salve. You don't need to start on region. Most carry players nowadays I see that are high rank, they literally don't buy region and go to lane without region, and even if you go without, you can like bring it later. I mean, how much decays did he already use? He lost like 200 mana. That's like at least 3 decays. That's I mean, you have the tangos from techies anyway. Also, we talked about before about how the other guys could have punished you in this lane. If you look at them, okay, I mean the undying that deals 2 times damage to creeps, but on early levels it's still no damage. What you guys can do is play on pulls and auto attack with illusions and techie spells the lane all the time as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't have a way to outpush lane, so if you push the lane, pulls are free kinda. But yeah, you have too many creeps right now. You need to pull into tower to kill them, I think, as fast as possible. I mean, you're minus 12 on decay here. That's why it's really rough. I think you guys just had to play more around the decay timing. Like the first game, always double pull the creeps, just wait the decays to run out. Like if you look at the Undying right now, he has decay stacks, but look at his mana pool. Well, what is he gonna do after those decays run out?
Right.
And right now you're going on them like if Undying is strong like now, right? That and you're like 400 HP. There's just no point in attacking him or doing anything. Like just farm, pull the creeps, wait for him to run out of his shit. Hey, yes, Soul Ring now. But you see, you both could be full HP, and they didn't really lose anything here.
Is under attack.
And also they got kills now. You lost like two to three waves of farm here, kinda, because you went low HP and you had to recover. The lane is pushing hard now. Techies is not pulling, unlucky. But you see, it's Naga early levels kinda hard and suck, and there's just no point. As carry in general, offlaners are big and hard. Unless you're really already sure and you're destroying them, don't trade. Just keep double pulling the waves, pull the waves even more, farm the creeps. Wait the timing when you get your power threats and stuff, then you're super strong, and then destroy them. Only attack them and trade with them if it's free, kinda. That's what I think here. Same concept as in the first game. I think you just try to do too much there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when you constantly pull the creeps, while the creeps are following you, the enemy creeps are not hitting your creeps. So you're building a stronger wave, and you're collapsing the wave equilibrium. And as soon as you have creep advantage, and then you start trading with them, you're usually gonna win because the creeps will help you hit them. So
Yeah.
if you do this and if you do it harder than them, and they don't do it hard in that bracket, you will also get way favorable trades and lose way less, and they lose way more because you will have creep equilibrium, a stronger wave, more creeps that help you, and after that, well, wave is pushing, and then you have access to the pools. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I mean your hero is really strong against Undying, but I think you guys just a bit underestimated him there.
Yeah.
Radiant's courier has
Uh,
been killed.
should have respected Decay a bit more.
Also, another problem for Undying here, since they can't reliably clear illusions. Look, he has 22-11 right now. You have 11-4. Right now with level 2 illusions, you have like 110 last hit damage. Undying usually has less than you. So what you can also do is you literally just don't let him hit the illusions or trade with him. You pull the creeps, and as soon as his creeps go low, you just deny them all. What can he do? Yeah, do you get what I mean right now? How?
Can you repeat that actually? I didn't understand.
So I said right now, for example, you have 110 damage. If he
Yeah.
he has a lot of decay stacks, but he only has 90. So if you don't, they can't clear your illusions. So if you played like safe with creep pulling and not letting them right click and attack your illusions and stuff, and you literally just go on them if it's free attacks or if you last hit the creep, or if you deny their creeps, you could literally deny like all his gold and all his XP, and then he will earlier be out of resources and he will not have that much items and he will not apply that much pressure on you. Does this make sense?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So that's also one of the weaknesses you can abuse on this lane, that you have a better time last hitting than they have.
Yeah.
Because like right now they are ahead because the rain went bad, but if they weren't ahead and you leveraged that advantage from having more damage and you just lasted all deny all, and then before the illusions time out start trading and lose them to him by taking his HP. Or another problem, every decay they used was hitting you and your illusions. Maybe kind of what you can do as well is your main hero splitting a bit, or even not revealing what's your main hero and having them split out of the decay a bit, so he can't always decay your main hero. Even if he decays you, he doesn't hit all the illusions.
Yeah.
Maybe there's even a play something like that. Like think about those things,
Okay. Yeah.
and yeah, I guess that's most far. And I think from that point on, game was just disaster. You couldn't find the game right.
Yeah. It was pretty tough because the bounty hunter was just hunting, and then I think techies or someone was kind
Radiant's
of
bottom tower is under
beefing or
attack.
whatever. But
Dire's bottom tower
it still kind of looked winnable because like my Mars was just having a free game, but I don't really remember what happened. I think I did feed uh like a few times, but like it still felt kind of winnable. I'm not sure.
So I mean, this advice, like I said, it's not consistent until the other players because, like I said, a lot of people go 4-0-4. But like I said, I think one point in Riptide doesn't do that much. And if I look at the enemies right now, literally every hero of them except Storm is literally a target that can potentially die in a net. So if this bounty hunter is running at you and your team, and you just had one level in this, and you're kinda waiting for him, and you just kill him, what can he do? And I
Yeah.
think you always want to close one or two rest bands. They have a lot of value on agility heroes, and um, illusions only scale on attack speed and agi damage, and rest bands literally give you those two things. So if you have the 3 slots, I mean, upgrading 2 is maybe a bit too much because I didn't see the other people doing it, and since you have the stick already and you kinda want the wind lace as well. But upgrading 1 doesn't hurt for sure. Yeah, so that's mostly the point. Think about those things. Consider pulling more creep aggro. Don't take damage unless you have to, and you're doing favorable trades on lanes. Usually, offlaners are stronger, and your hero kinda needs a bit time to get strong on the lane. I mean, I think the best way on the laning on Naga is just watch some replays from Koikwa or someone else that's good, look what they are doing, and then think, am I doing this? Am I not doing this? If I'm not doing this, is he doing it wrong, or is he doing it better than me? And then should I do it or should I not do it?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, those games are kind of different because POS 3 and 4 they play way more aggressive, and POS 5 is doing way more stuff to give you a free lane. But in general, I mean, a lot of those concepts, what they are doing and how they control the lanes still work.
Dire's middle
And I mean, I guess we didn't want to look that close at the game. We can look how is the game looking later. You went Orchid again. This is, in my opinion, like I said, Orchid I think is the snowballing item. You guys were not snowballing. And also they really have problems clearing your illusions that game. So if they just get a bit stronger and more tanky, which Orchid
Mm-hmm.
doesn't give, I think that's way better.
Dire's middle tower.
So I think for sure Orchid is not right here. If you just set Skadi, what can they do? Or even, I mean, I can even see going diffusal here
Radiant structures are fortified.
because they kinda have Repel to remove your net, and then you still kinda have a slow.
Yeah.
Or like you can actually kill 2 people, one guy on net and the second guy on diffusal. But yeah, I mean, Skadi is probably the right one.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh yeah, here, honestly, I hate when this happens. Like, I'm just farming, like, in a really good spot, and then, like, some fucking random courier just spots me. And,
I mean,
then, like,
Bounty kinda was on you, wasn't he? Oh. Yeah, he would have seen you anyway, even without the courier. But you know, one of the big issues is as well, like I said, this bounty is kinda a free kill to you. Um, how much armor does he have? He gets 8. I mean, right now he's in the tower. He gets 5 extra armor, so he has 17 armor, so he has 10 armor. I think that's like 50% more effective HP. So he's like, you need like 2,500 physical damage. Your net is 4 seconds. You have, if you have a dust and you have full illusions, that's like 250, 300. So let's say you deal 3 times your damage. Your damage is like a bit more than 300. You have 900 damage per second. You kill him in 2 to 3 seconds by just attacking him. So I think
so
here
should I, like,
have a
take
dust.
dust?
At,
Yeah.
at, at least in backpack. So you can
Mm-hmm.
switch it for Quelling Blade. I mean, Quelling Blade at that point does it do that much? I mean, maybe a bit, but I mean, just killing a bounty is so big and it would stop the game, and you can really kill him the whole game. Like he has no solution to Naga,
Okay.
or even if you play here and you just place like Sentry and Ops or something, so you just know what's happening. But anyway, like this guy was running around the whole game. Since it's an easy target for you, you can just pay attention. Where is he? Where do you think he's going? And you can just trap him
Mm.
there.
Yeah.
And on this MMR, I doubt they are walking smart or only playing on vision. He's probably literally walking on high grounds the whole game. And every time he walks in a high ground and you know he might walk up there and you're ready there, he's literally dead for free. And risking undying Omni if they are on lanes and you're not in danger of Storm like literally jumping you. I mean, if you're aware of Storm and you know he's not randomly gonna jump you, you can also solo kill them the whole game, I think. And I mean, also, I mean, you have a Mars and Techies, they can also decide to join the game. But
Hmm.
well, I guess you don't expect them to join the game unless you see they're literally walking with you randomly. But what do you get what I mean in
Okay.
general?
Yeah. 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 I think I didn't have like I didn't realize like um even like during the game until a bit later that like I could just kill this guy off cooldown if I just have good vision on him.
And even the same about the storm. If you net him from fog, he can die. The only problem is the Omni dispel if he stands behind someone, but I doubt they do it. And even the resking, he dies in one net kinda, and you have extra heroes like if you play the early a bit better, you have a bit better lane, and you also realize how much your hero can do. If you just have Manta and Mirror Image, and everyone that's solo and split is a free kill, you need to use that to your advantage because those kills really make you snowball. Better laning and those kills you take there, and maybe a bit of efficient farming, and you would already instead of being 0-2 here, being 11-0 already and ending the game or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also in this game, really, the only damage is Storm. I think if you go like Skadi, Butterfly or something, you really can't die. Only problem is Omni Ult, but I don't think you buy Nullifier. I think you just use Sleep if he uses Omni Ult or something. I mean, Aghanim's also really good this game because Sleep into Stormnet. I mean, this Undying right now has BKB. Does he care about being net? Kinda. Yeah, I mean, anyway, you're kinda mostly just copying the builds from Pro Tracker. Some people buy Arc, some people don't. Most people buy Skadi into anything. That's all really
Yeah.
you need to do. And most of the
Okay.
stuff, really, if you watch some replays of the better people, you will probably realize it. That's for me, if I learn a new hero as well, or I know someone plays it really good, I watch like two of their replays, then I try to copy it, and I realize, oh, there's this problem I don't manage to solve, or I have a problem here, or I'm trying to do it and it doesn't work. Then I watch their replays again, and then I see, oh, they were solving the problem like this, and it's like a puzzle piece, and every time you get a new puzzle piece, and in the end, by just going back and forth of someone that's good and you copy it, you at some point you get a full picture and then you learn the hero, and from that point on you literally need to invent new stuff that the other people don't know about.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
How many games do you have on Naga?
Let me check one sec.
Did you more like recently start, or did you already play it a
Yeah,
lot?
okay, let me see. I have
You're silver
60
tier on
games.
April 60.
60 games, but the thing is, I always kind of had like pretty garbage win rates on the hero. Um, then I kind of had like this one game where it was like where I think PL was banned or something, and it was like you know completely free
Illusion game.
Naga game. Yeah, so then I picked it and like I did well, and uh obviously you kind of feed off that win, and then I kind of started exploring the hero a bit more. Um and yeah, I think in this bracket so far, like it has a lot of potential.
And I also think the things you can do better, they are pretty easy to fix. I mean, they are fixable. It's not like rocket science. It
Yeah.
the hard part on Naga comes in when you actually start to play against people that pressure you. But for that, you still will have a very long time where you still get free games.
Yeah.
And like I said, at some point you maybe play against lineups that really have a lot of control for delusions and shit, and then kinda comes the point where you understand, oh, I can split the illusions, I can play like this, I can bait them, I can make
Mhm.
them waste their skills and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't think a lot of people are doing the illusion splitting very well. I think this is something kinda that I'm a lot of aware because I play a lot of Meepo and I also played a lot of Meepo in non-Meepo games. And on Meepo you also need to do this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Like even uh like when you used to go Radiance or whatever, like if I play a hero like that, or like in the past, like I think I would be more aware of like the splitting thing, right? Because you want to cancel blinks or whatever with Radiance. Um but yeah, I just hadn't really like thought about that for a while. So
Re- Yeah, and obviously that's the same if they have the Sand King that's waiting in fog and you scout him on illusion or just sending on him, he can never jump on you.
yeah, yeah,
Or
that's
like a
true.
Axe. I mean, imagine you commit with seven with all your stuff on one hero and you get cold. It's game over for you. But if you send one illusion on him, he's literally AFK.
Yeah. There was one game I played actually where I baited an RP, like, and yeah, it felt pretty good, and I think it was like the one time I did the fusion split or whatever. But yeah, and so here's a question for you: how similar are Naga and Meepo? Do you think, like, the yeah, I guess playstyle. How similar would you say?
Well, the thing is, on Naga, you don't care if your illusions die. On Meepo, you care if your illusions die. Yeah, guess that's the big difference. I mean, farming patterns are kind of similar, but obviously on Naga you can send your illusions to risky areas, and that will create space because the enemies need to react. And even if they go there and clear the illusions or push out the lanes, they don't gain anything back, and this opens like the whole map. On Meepo, it's like you do the same, but you do it without dying.
Okay, because I also thought, like, you know, okay, so at some point I thought, okay, I should try to learn, at least a little bit of every hero, and then that's how I started playing Visage, and I ended up really liking it. And then there's just like, I don't know, like Chen or something, and at Meepo that I haven't really touched. So maybe maybe I'll
I would
yeah,
probably
once
start
I
on a
set up,
Smurf though.
yeah, for sure. Once I get familiar more again with the control groups, maybe I'll see on the Smurf.
Yeah, I mean, control groups are an issue for a lot of Dota people because for some reason they have their hotkeys set up for like a League of Legends game and not for a real-time strategy game. So they can't even have the unit groups without changing their whole uh, configuration.
Yeah.
That's why I really like my keyboard. I have like extra keys over my F1, F2, F3, F4, and on the left of my stuff. So even if I run out of keys, I can just put unit groups there.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Um, I guess I have just another like random small question. So I've kind of gotten to the point like okay, so I'm playing a lot of mid Visage, and it's always like I feel like I need maybe tranquils or something like that, like to kind of survive the lane. Uh like should I just be constantly playing safe? Because I always feel like I just lose the lane because of stats and whatever. Like it's just kind of hard to CS against better players. I just don't really know. Like if you have any tips or something like off the top of your head.
Oh, that's the issue in Visage. The laning really fucking sucks. I mean, what I do a lot is creep core control, like pulling them close to me and then
Yeah,
last hitting
yeah,
them when I can. About the tranquil stuff, I mean, tranquils are a really good item on Visage, and also you can kind of build the boots upgrade. There was a um, like a lot of people are buying tranquils, but
yeah. I
I
just
mean,
thought that
if if
like
if if I
hitting
play
the
against
lane.
something like the problem is the tranquils don't give you damage and last hit stuff, and I mean on Visage I feel like it's really important that you don't miss too many last hits and don't get too much stuff denied because every mid hero can literally, if he fucks up the lane, he can just farm the small camp and not care about anything. And Visage sadly can't do that. I mean, there's the option of starting with bottle if you have region issues, but I don't really like the bottle. Let me see what is. I mean, it's really about losing the lane, but coming back with your birds, kinda. If you um,
Yeah, I just feel like every time, like the 5 minute comes, like they have catapult and they get their level 6 like just a little bit before me, and then they can maybe a support comes as well, and like I'm just fucked.
I mean, the point is how I kinda survive a lot of times with Visage early is I just spam right click damage and stats item early for my first levels, and usually the other mid laners they are buying bottles, so you're getting a bit of damage advantage over them
Okay.
because the value they have in bottle you have in right click damage, and well, if you even if you get harassed and stuff, I mean, you're getting your armor. Most people in Visage they go 2-0-2, so they don't take that much damage there, and you can kind of trade a bit. I mean, the problem with Visage is really, really not a good hero right now. Before you lose the lane, but when you get level 6, you kinda somehow come back because your birds are really nice and you can farm up, you can fight, you can kill people. But nowadays, I feel like your curve is just too slow, and to be able to play Visage well, you really need to. I mean, it probably took me a lot of games to learn to handle losing the lane and doing it like that. But like I said, the most important thing for Visage is, in my opinion, the pulling the creeps towards you when they go low, so you can secure the last hit. Because otherwise, it's really hard for you to secure last hits, and somehow trying with the constant pulling to make the wave push because you don't have AoE clear like other heroes, so usually the lane will push and you can't handle that. So you kinda keep pulling the creeps, pull them inside your tower, try to secure last hits by removing the creeps from the enemy wave, and then somehow you get your levels, and then you have your level 6, and then well, you hit the you hit side camp, you hit tower if enemy leaves, you auto push lanes, you get your items, and hopefully at some point you come online. But I don't
Yeah.
know. Like I said, Visage is really a dog shit hero right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, uh it's a lot of things to think about. But I think with, like, the kind of foundation from the other, session, I think I still have, like, a lot of, room to keep, climbing.
Yeah, like I said, what I see, you can still improve your laning a lot, and that will help you snowball the games. And most of the things you need later after you get a bit more comfortable with making like the decisions you wanna do, maybe the heroes you try that are really good for climbing. And most of the stuff you need for the higher brackets you can't learn in that bracket anyway. So right now it's just getting a bit more solid on the basics, working on that, getting the laning a bit better, knowing exactly what items you buy, how you go into fights. But I mean, you already climbed like so much in such a short time, so I'm sure you are improving a lot on all that stuff, and you probably feel that as well.
Yeah, I just really think that, like, kind of, a whole other lens kind of, came into my mind of, like, how to look at the game and try to find, people out of position and things like that. It's been really, yeah, really, really useful in this bracket.
I mean, how, there's people that play like thousands of game of Dota, and they go like from 2000 MMR to 2500 or something. And I mean, how much? Well, when did we do the first coaching? I guess it was like a month ago.
Um, Something like that.
And you literally, when you wrote me, then we scheduled, then we did it on this day on, yeah, not even a month, like 3 weeks ago. Oh, so you literally got like nearly 1000 MMR in that time. Like you're literally playing in a totally different bracket now.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you
really
have
fun.
you haven't even learned or adjusted how to play in that bracket, and you're still doing well. So I don't see a problem learning the other stuff and going higher.
Yeah, I just need to, I just need to see, like, when, like, eventually, my play style or something, like, I'll hit a brick wall, so then I'll need to, like, see what I need to learn. But yeah, I just need to focus, more on the basics and keep going, I guess, for now.
I mean, how much did you play a lot? Like, how much hours per day on average did you play?
Yeah, I played, I played quite a lot. Um, Not sure. But, like, from looking at my games, I would say, like, I would go, maybe 3 or 5 games, like, positive, and, yeah, and over time, obviously, it goes up. I mean, I can link you my, Dota buff as well if you want to see, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious. It's even open. Do people start banning your heroes when you have it open?
Oh, yeah, like sometimes Visage or whatever is banned. Um, but like so far it hasn't really been like that much of a problem. Like I just I just pick like especially if I'm playing safe lane, I I have like a pretty big pool, so then like it doesn't really matter like what they ban.
Yeah, I see you play a lot of different heroes. And you have 73% win rate on Visage. Yeah, and last week you still had 75% win rate. It will take a while for that to go down, I'm sure. It just gets difficult when you really start to play against the people that are mechanically at maximum skill on mid lane because they will fucking start to deny every fucking creep that you don't secure. And
Yeah.
and if you go out of your lane with level 4 and they are already level 6, then the games are fucking hard.
Yeah, I mean I did play against Primal Beast mid and that was fucking awful. So
Yeah, 80 damage, and if you hit him, it just gets stronger. Nice hero. Anyway, I'm gonna start queuing now. I guess we are mostly done with the coaching, so I'm gonna end the recording. I'm gonna upload it later though, because last time I was lacking for a bit, so I will probably upload it after stream if you don't need it early.
yeah, sure, that's fine. Um I'll probably watch it later anyways.
Yeah.
Kind of put my head a bit full, so